So MVC is a design pattern, just like an architectural design pattern, in which we just separate our code into three category. First is the model, and second is the view, and third is the controller. So basically, model is like representation of the business logic and data in our game. So just like for example, we have a player configuration and player data, and also some theme setting, and let's say tank is there, so tank types and something like that, so we can put into the model. Second is the view is like our representation layer and our UI part, in which we just put our UI like Unity game objects, and all the UI stuff is there in view part. And third is the controller, basically the mediator between the view and the model. So that is the part of the controller. So controller can communicate with the view and model. So model and view can't communicate each other, so which have the mediator, which is controller here. So in Unity we use like this. So first for the view part we just use the game object and all the view there. For the monoviewer class we use the monoviewer class there and inherit that, so that class should represent the view. And the model is simply C# script, so in which we put all our information, like player, if there is a player, so player information is there, like their any data, attack rate, and maybe movement rate, and all this stuff is there. And in controller part we have both object there, model, and view, and we just communicate, we can access the function of there, so that we can pass the data from the model to view, and if any response in view we can just send that response to our data via model via controller. So that is the way. So next is our model, view, controller, and service. So model, view, controller are same as it is, like we already defined. In service part it is a optional, and it is like a service, like a just providing some service, like we can authorize authentication, and maybe we can just get the data from the API, so we can use service in that case. So also we want to access file, so we can use the file access service and something like that, so we can use it, is optional. So if we want to use service layer in our architecture, so we can use that, so that is also beneficial part. Also if advantage and disadvantage. So yeah, advantage, like it is like separation is there, so decoupled, our all code is decoupled, and easily we can test every layer, and we can just manage, and we can just it is also flexible. We want to change our view, we want to change our model, so it is not dependent each other, so we can easily change. So yeah, these are the advantage. And in disadvantage, it is like a little overhead to manage these layer, because we have to make some extra code, like communication between those, so we have to write that code, so this is little overhead there. Also next is, if we want to like if don't we don't want to MVC all rules, so it will just make a single, yeah, so code will be like a coupled in the in way, so we have to manage that MVC here. So these are the disadvantage we can see.